Sit up straight, why don't you? Well, I am now. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed Mr. Brown Alliance. They were musing on a Wednesday, and I hope you are all amused. Caught me a little off guard. I'm used to a little extra half hour or so, but we can certainly use the time actually, because we have the finale of Excalibur from 1981. So in this finale, it all comes together, man. You get Carmina Burana, you get Wagner, all by way of Terry Jones, and you get King Arthur gets all shined up again. You get Merlin coming back in your dreams. And you get, what's her name gets old. And Mordred, he's just all sorts of scary all along. Gisborne! But he is, oh man, it's a mega finale. So we're going to enjoy ourselves here. We do have a little waiting to do. Liza will be releasing your chats as she joins us, but she is going to be returning shortly with some cat food. It was a required trip. And yes, Mr. Brown. It's going to be an earlier night for him. Perhaps he has some I don't know, special plans this evening. We'll see. But in any case, we do have our own lineup of fun, fabulous folks here. So let us see. Oh yes, we have our own Gisborne. Hello, Colin. How are you on this fine springy evening?
You've answered the question I was going to ask you. Did you recognize anybody in this section? And it just occurred to me that
actually looked a little familiar. Yeah.
Well, just occurred to me, if we actually do Robin of Sherwood next, Robert Addie will have appeared in all three of the things we've covered.
He was in
he was in Merlin. He's in Excalibur.
Well, I noticed Excalibur.
He's in Robin of Sherwood next.
What was he in Merlin?
He was one of the knights. Him and Nicholas Grace, the sheriff, were two knights in Merlin. I did point them out to you.
That's right. But at that time, that's before I knew Gisborne.
Yeah. There's a sort of they're almost a semi-comedy duo, but it's Gisborne and the sheriff.
Oh yeah. Wow. So
if we do
I didn't really get to know them till after, because I've only just recently completed Robin of Sherwood, and yes, they are wonderful. Left us hanging with those two though, because you could see that the copy of Robert of Huntington was kind of turning gray at the end, and it looked like, they're going to be in trouble. But of course, that's the end of the series, so we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it literally just occurred to me as I was saying, do you reckon I'm not? I say, if we do Robert of Sherwood, if that's the next thing we do, Robert Addie will have been in all three of the things, all three of the Arthurian things we covered.
Man, well, our audience did request that we do our reenactment of the Holy Grail. But we do have Robin of Sherwood as well as Dragonheart on the upcoming menu. And folks in the chat, please join in and let us know if you have, we could be swayed this way or that way a little bit as far as what comes up next. Definitely the reenactment of Monty Python can happen. Maybe we should just do it weekly. Every week we do a sketch along with what else we're doing.
We could do that,
But I don't know. Or we could do the whole thing. Maybe people will be in the mood. I don't know. But I guess we got to go with our polls. So yeah, I think the Holy Grail is going to be next. But maybe we could have some scenes of Robert Addie just so we give him his trifecta.
Well, I'll rephrase that. If we do Robin of Sherwood next, then after we've done the Holy Grail, Robert Addie will have been in the first 3 actual things we covered, rather than I think that's
A reenactment.
rather than reenacted. Yeah. I mean, Dutch backstage. Dutch is saying he's backstage.
Yeah, we got to let this guy on, or else he'll get mad.
Hey, what the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
I'd like to keep this handy for close encounters.
I heard that.
All right, folks. I'm going to do my... Oh, yes, Dutch. Hello, how are you?
That was a base canard, sir. Get angry. I would not get angry. I would just be sitting there going, why won't they let me in?
Yes, so tears of anger. Well, I do want to say to our chat, I'm going to do the best I can in showing your chats here. I got to be careful because, I'm not good at it. I got too many things to do at the same time. It's hard. One of our first ones, the great Flav, is here. Thank you, sir. And Liza will be here shortly. She's once again picking up cat food, but she'll be here shortly, and she'll be able to release some chats, and we'll all feel like one big happy worm family here on our Wednesday night. So yeah, coming up will be, I think, we got to do it next because they voted. We got to do the Holy Grail. Then maybe we could do one instance of Robin, excuse me. Well, it's half Robert, Robin of Sherwood, and then we do have Dragonheart. Yeah, it's tough, man. Even people in the show were confused whether he was Robert or Robin,
Well, that I think for my part, that is part of the, almost genius, where they've taken the change of lead actor, and they've actually, Doctor Who did it one way. Yeah. Doctor Who I think it's the only other show I can think of, and I could be wrong, where a main character, the actor for a main character has changed, and they've acknowledged it on screen, because I think it's very clever that they had to change the main character, so they went for the other version of Robin Hood that's out there.
Yeah. Well, they might have been able to have Hearn do some hocus pocus and just give Robin a facelift or something.
Yeah, but I liked it because
that may not have worked as well. But no, it's cool. It's cool in the way that they were basically saying, this is a cause. This struggle between light and dark is a cause, and it's like if you lose the leader of the cause, it's another leader can take the place, and the struggle goes on. It's just the way they did it. They kind of made it a little difficult in the beginning of the 3rd season because they also did a bit of a jump and moved Mary into with her father and everything, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. There's a number of things, a number of wheels turning at the same time that it was a bit, not only a surprise, but, it was a little, But it must have been hard on you guys, like, I'm from the time period too, but nowadays, of course, I get it all at once. So we could just go from season 2 to season 3 right away. But going from season 2 to season 3 must have been like, you were really anxious for season 3,
Yeah.
And when it finally comes, it's like, all right. And it's like, because I guess the way they did it, you didn't know it was going to be Jason Connery until, I don't know, there could have been leaks in the news. I don't know.
I can't know. It's a long time ago. I can't know. They probably did announce that. They normally tend to do these things ahead of time, but
yeah. Oh yeah.
Back when Angel was airing on TV, a friend of mine had been watching it and recording it, and I'd been watching Buffy, but I hadn't watched Angel, so she had me come over and start watching Angel with her. Okay, fine, no problem. And great show, really was. And this took, several several visits before we got through all the episodes she had, and she gets to the end of 5th season, which is, of course, on a cliffhanger. And I said, "Okay, next tape," and she said, "No, that's it. We have to wait for the next season." And I said, "Okay, next tape." Like, no, there is no next tape. I said, "Right, next tape."
Yeah. I found myself saying that a couple times
caught
because
up with them.
sometimes we do forget when it is something that is more seasonal, which you still have anymore. I mean, not in recent years, like it's probably over 10 years ago. And I think it was like Doctor Who, where, we're doing the first half of a Matt Smith season and we get that ending kinda where we find out River Song is the daughter is. And then there was like a wait until the second half of that season. It's like, oh, we're going to actually have to wait.
It's not something the BBC used to do that often. I mean, I caught it. The first time I really came across that was when I started watching the CW Arrowverse shows.
Yeah.
And they had a pause. I mean, not just sort of for a couple of weeks for the football or whatever it was, but they had a months-long pause. They almost literally had 2 seasons in 1 year because of the gap between them. I thought,
Yeah.
no, come on.
Well, we might get going here. I just realized I have a little too much of Nicholas Clay's nipple on screen here.
Not enough of Cherie Lunghi.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Get AI just
she's
reverse
shy.
positions, please.
Yeah. Well, we're picking up where we left off. Arthur found Lancelot and his wife Guinevere in the woods, and he left Excalibur there as, like, I don't know. I guess he was thinking of driving it right through him and making a shish kebab couple, but he didn't.
Yeah, instead he left it as a message. "I've seen you. I know what you were doing. Here's how you know."
But you know what was the first thing that Lancelot actually thought? Well,
he thought, "Let me run my hand along this sharp sword and cut it first." Not sure why he did that.
The first words that came out of his mouth, and I don't know if it's going to happen. Yeah. It is here. The king without a sword.
The king without a sword. The land without a king.
Oh, yeah.
And then he runs away.
So, I mean, it's kind of interesting because his first thought was really about the import beyond the personal situation. It was the import that, we're going to find out later just how much the land and the king are tied together here.
Yeah.
But the king without a sword is almost like the land without
a king,
a lawnmower. I don't know, or without hedge clippers. I don't know. It's like it gets really rough.
Well, I mean, there's a reason that they always say that Lancelot is the best of them. Even when he's betrayed his best friend and been caught at it, and evidence left, "I caught you." His first thought is for the king and the country.
Yeah, and at least in this portrayal, it seemed like, he was smitten, but he really didn't. He was trying to resist. No. But,
if he had really wanted to try to resist, he could have not said to Guinevere what he said to Guinevere when they were following the wagons.
Yeah, he did kind of say, "I love you." Oh, wait a minute.
That's way
Is
too
this the
far.
same bed? No. Oh, no. Well, King Arthur.
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah, I know. It's Arthur, man.
Arthur's asleep. He does not truly know what's happening here.
Nope. In Merlin 1998, he didn't know who the woman was, but he still, he at least was
not married.
He was not married too, but Yeah, I mean, should kings do that when they're unmarried, or should they wait for the right
Well,
queen? I don't know.
no, if you think about it, this does it matter if he's a king or not? I mean, it's a question. If he's not married, as we saw in the Merlin version, I mean, this is one thing that Excalibur's done. They've changed a lot of things. They changed a few things. But if he's not married, he's a young man. He's probably late teens at that point in his life. He's fit, healthy young man. He's an ordinary red-blooded male.
Well,
And it's beautiful. A woman comes onto him. He's got no reason not to.
Exactly.
Really, I mean, the only
unless
thing is,
the
okay,
archbishop
if he
was
gets-
on him and doing some counseling and saying, well, you got to make sure that the first one be someone who could possibly be a viable queen.
As I say, I mean, you've got that, but the thing is, but he's a young man. He's sowing his oats. He's got a lot of power. He's trying to come to power. And in that, the sort of society where, and okay, so the only concern would be if he knocks her up, does he then have to marry her? And the answer
If
is
she tells
no.
him,
Yeah, well, yes,
Well-
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if she tells him, exactly, yeah.
no.
But,
If she tells him that he did so and wants him to marry her, then he would be obligated to. But she doesn't want that.
Yeah, apart from the
Well-
fact that in Merlin's case, of course, it's his sister, so we've got
Arthur,
to
yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is before shotguns were invented. So,
Crossbowing.
yeah.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, she is wearing kind of like a fishnetty sort of thing.
And she comes in speaking the chant of making. Anal nathrak uthvas bethut dochiel dienve. She keeps whispering it over and over again, putting a spell on Arthur, and then climbs atop him saying, "Love me."
Well, no one can refuse that. If you come in chanting like that.
Love me.
But he says, Guinevere.
Forget and love me. And next thing you see is Guinevere lying atop him, smiling and saying, "I have conceived a son. My king."
I think
My
she did a
brother.
cackle like that too.
Not yet.
Oh, not
Now
yet. But
oddly enough, at that point, I could, with that face he's putting there, I could actually hear Miranda Richardson's giggle as Morgana, as
Mab.
Mab. Yeah,
Mhm.
I could actually see that being Mab, being Mab. I mean, we know it's not because Mab isn't the one that gets Arthur to knock her up. But just that look on her face there, that look that Cherie Lunghi's giving, superb bit of acting. That obviously she's not actually acting as Guinevere. That there she's being Morgana. But I can, having seen the Merlin ones, I can actually sort of see a giggle coming out of her, sort of sounding very much like Mab.
But then she'd have to talk like this the rest of
Well, yes, you'd have to do that as well. Yes.
Oh,
It's a very
yeah.
annoying voice to use.
Eraserhead's in the chat. Oh, Eraserhead, you have to try that DM again. I didn't end up getting one on X. Or you can email me. My email is available on my YouTube channel. Yeah, we're going to try to Eraserhead. We're going to see if we can have him come along with Anna for the next Tolkien stream.
Cool.
He's rather knowledgeable about the Silmarillion.
Excellent.
And so, yeah, we completed the 4 streams on Crusade on the Eclectic Goat, and Eraserhead was there, along with Jacob Ironside.
I think you mean your fingers going together a la Mr. Burns when you say that.
Well, it was enjoyable company. I mean, the subject matter was rough, but, No, JMS.
Don't
He
have
had a
hate
hit
on
with
it.
Babylon 5, but
I don't have the hate on for Crusade that other people
I don't
do, but
hate it. I mean,
but that's fair. I mean,
but it was.
You must not have watched it then.
It wasn't. It just
you
wasn't
like
up
it.
to Babylon 5 standards, and it
No.
wasn't even. I don't think it was even halfway there. I mean, it seemed like there needed to be a little more care and attention and love put into it, and it was on a
intelligent
number of
writing.
fronts that there was issues. Yeah, the writing was a big part of it. I mean, it just. Let's not talk about it. But in any case, it's better than a lot of other things on TV. But sci-fi and fantasy, they have a different standard. They got to be great, or better than average in order to make it, because otherwise, people just go back to the cops and
That's
doctors
the
and
final one.
lawyers.
I would be tempted to say that perhaps I don't know, and I mean, again, different, but perhaps. If you'd seen Babylon 5, you're missing Babylon, and then Crusade comes along, perhaps there's a degree of, it's more Babylon 5, even if it's not up there, you don't perhaps necessarily notice that until you go back and look at it again. I don't know.
I remember when it came out, I was kind of interested. I felt like, I don't know about this virus sort of scheme or plague scheme. I was like, I'm not sure about, but I was giving it a shot. But the characters and the writing, I mean, at that time I wasn't as thoughtful about everything, but I still felt like, man, there's stuff missing here. I don't know. It's not, I mean, it's hard because it's coming after Babylon 5 and you have expectations, and Babylon 5 was such a great series for me. So I guess that's part of it. But yeah, I mean, it was a time of my life where I just couldn't take time out of my schedule for things unless I really, felt it. In fact, I had to use the VCR a lot for Babylon 5, But anyway, today it's on demand.
And she says, as I already said, I have conceived a son, my king.
How do you know? It's that glow in her eye.
By the way, when she says it, it's Helen Mirren's voice.
Oh, they overdubbed it.
Yes. It was very well done, I thought.
Yeah, because that would be obviously the intentions of Morgana.
Yeah, and then she quickly sits up astride him.
But where did she get this trick? It's like it's almost like saying, "All right, Merlin, you used, the glamour to get Uther.
It's the same spell.
Yeah, in on her mother, and so she reversed it.
Well, it's an interesting question, given this particular one here, and there seem to be two different answers to it. Is it a glamour, or is she making Arthur think it's her? In other words, would anybody else seeing them see Guinevere?
Good question.
Or would they see Morgana? And because if she's making him think it's her, then I would have thought she would be speaking with Guinevere's voice, not Morgana.
Oh well, she popped back to Morgana pretty quick there.
Okay, here's my theory on it. It definitely was the latter. It was she would be seen as Morgana while Arthur saw her as Guinevere. I based that off of when she first approaches him saying, love me, and he says, Guinevere.
Yeah.
And she says, forget and love me. So she was Guinevere when he did the deed. And Crusade doesn't hit so hard after COVID. Gavin, you are correct, sir. But the A-team still followed a structure. Anyway, unrelated. That was between Gavin and me. But she allowed her voice to come through to Arthur when she told him she had conceived a son, because she's still got him paralyzed. He can't react.
Yeah. Well,
And she
and
starts.
the question is,
You need to go back a
on.
slide, please.
but I think the fishnet blouse was definitely a good choice.
Yeah.
Well, there he is. I guess.
You need to go back 2 slides.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, I mean, yeah. She puts her hands in his throat. I could kill you now, brother. But I want you to live to see our son be king. And then she just throws him down and he falls unconscious. But that's her big mistake right there.
Yeah.
That is pride.
Yeah, because she really wanted him to. She wanted the feeling of seeing him see what Mordred's gonna do to him and all that sort of thing. And but actually, it was the chance for kind of paving the way, because now it's up to Mordred to have to get King Arthur out of the way, and then, of course, who knows? I mean, as far as the birth line's concerned, but then there's the sword. I mean, obviously the sword would probably reject Mordred, and it's like, does that affect the kingship?
Yeah, it's a good question. Because we never, because it's really getting the confusion, because Arthur, because he gave Uth, because Merlin did give Uth Excalibur in this, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I can remember, in most of the legends, Excalibur only comes in when the Lady in the Lake gives it to Arthur. He's the first one to, if I remember, I think he's the first one to have it.
Yeah, but it would, like, when I forget the name of the knight that they were trying to, that was laying siege to Patrick Stewart's castle.
Urians you're talking about.
Yeah, Urian. He couldn't wield the sword, and the sword wouldn't let him use it on Arthur, so you would think the sword would reject Mordred in a similar way. Maybe not. Maybe the sword just has a DNA check and says, "Oh, you're the son."
No, I don't think that was it. I don't think that's why Urians couldn't do it. I think it was that Urians realized, yeah, I could do it, but this guy clearly should be king.
Yeah, I agree. That was the impression I got, that he realized, no, it's...
Well, I was influenced by Merlin 1998 too, because it's a similar scene where Arthur gave his sword to.
There are many tellings of this story where Excalibur is the sword and the stone. I mean,
well, it wasn't
cartoon, The Sword and the Stone.
Yeah, and I think it was in Merlin 1998. But in Merlin 1998, it was also the thing, like, one of the first things. As soon as Arthur gets partial recognition as king, those who are resisting, at least one of them, at least the leader of those resisting his kingship, had the sword, or was given the sword by Arthur, and couldn't use it on Arthur, even though he kind of maybe wanted to. So I always felt it was partly the sword's power, at least the way cinematically it was presented. Maybe the sword, or maybe they felt the sword and realized, oh, wait a minute, this is for real.
Bayona Rad asks if the Merlin 98 miniseries was based on Le Morte d'Arthur as well. No, Merlin was definitely not based on that. There were parts of it that may have been taken from it, but Mab was never in Le Morte d'Arthur.
No.
Merlin.
Continue.
No, there was a lot in it that was taken from other myths here and there.
Yeah, and it was more focused on Merlin. It was Merlin's story as opposed to Arthur's story.
In fact, there's a character you're going to hear mentioned in this one. Percival says his name. I had to look him up, like, who the heck is that? Meliot was the name. And when I did my research on that, it's like, oh, he's the cousin of Nimue.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah,
there's a lot of the names. Hey, do you mind? My ship objects you singing that.
Good.
No, in my Sunday Stars Without Numbers travel rip-off campaign, my starship is called the Nimue.
There you
There's
go.
a reason for that.
I remember you telling me that.
But the thing is, I mean, as we said before, the thing is within Arthuriana, within the legend, you look back. I mean, especially if you look back at some of these things like that course, that great courses I keep pushing. I'm gonna have to get commission. When you look at comparative, there's a lot. The names. There's a lot of different versions of the name, maybe because they come from different sources. So Nimue, Nynaeve, Morgana. There's a lot of versions of several of the female names. So, and the male names for that matter.
Yeah. Hold on a second here. I'm doing just reminding folks about the thumbs up, the like button. Our chief mod, Scott Hovitt, is not here yet, but then I did schedule it for 7:30 Eastern, because that's usually when Brown's done. Tonight was a little shorter, but we still appreciate the love from Mr. Brown Alliance so much that we're not going to complain. Colin might be able to get to bed before sunrise.
Now, there is no telling how much time has passed here, but somehow Morgana has gone full term and delivered a child. Could be by magic, could be 9 months.
Could be lightning.
There was a lot of lightning hitting that castle, wasn't there?
Yeah, this is Excalibur, not Frankenstein, but whatever.
Yeah. But then then Arthur and his knights come to the chapel within Camelot.
Mm-hmm. Nice chapel, man.
The priest takes a chalice and holds it up to the glowing cross.
How did they get the cross to glow like that? I don't mean the filmmakers. I mean, in story.
With holy light.
Okay.
Or it's the moonlight coming through from the other side if it's a night.
It's cloudy outside, though.
They're using moonstone.
Maybe.
No, but it's certainly bright.
The thing is, of course, that the question that does come up here is if it's been 9 months or 8 months if it's a premium, in that time he hasn't done anything about Guinevere's adultery.
Nope. Nor Lancelot's betrayal.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like
no, there was no trial. Like in a lot of tellings, there was like he had to sit as a judge, and of course, obviously there was but one punishment for treason. But in this one,
there was such a trial in this one.
There was.
They had the combat by trial, and then Percival was going to.
Oh, but that was before the sleeping together thing.
Agreed.
Yeah, that
was when she was technically innocent of adultery.
They were not innocent in their hearts, though, as Lancelot said.
Yeah. By the way, that's not a window. That is a construction.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, folks, if I'm going to be putting up like some duplicates here. No, it looks like I think we got everything. Let's just make sure.
Oh no! Now Bayona said this scene looks like an art painting. Hey, you know what they say? Every frame a portrait.
And a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, we do have Liza. I hear she's in the house, so she'll be able to share your chat shortly. And of course she does.
We're already caught up. You don't have to post anymore.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
That's okay.
Sure. All right, we got. I mean, our chat.
So the priest
It's
takes
wonderful.
a chalice, holds it up to the cross, says, "God save us from Morgana, and
Yep.
save us from her unholy child." And
Wow.
a bolt of lightning soars from the cross into Arthur's chest.
So they
Yeah.
already know she's had a kid then. Interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I mean, man, but the thing is, it is beautiful. I mean, the way they did the lighting and everything, and even the lightning, it was all beautiful. So greatly appreciated. I think, do we need to play an intro? Does this lady need an intro? I don't
You
know.
better.
We might as well. And let's give her one. Hello, lady.
Liza!
I do see the
muted.
mute. Yeah, I do see the mute.
And yes, Alonzo Mosley, every frame a portrait is where EFAP got their name, every frame a pause.
Mm-hmm. Every frame, about 3 paragraphs from Little Platoon.
And others.
Yes, I know, but he's the one known for, but eloquence that many of us mere mortals could only dream of.
So the knights rush to Arthur's side. Urian's says, "Is he dead?"
I'm not dead yet.
Kay answers, "No, he lives." Fade to black.
He lives.
And then we have a scene from Monty Python.
Yeah.
How do you know he's a knight? He hasn't got shit all over him.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to have an argument about whether he should be king or
Where
whether there
supreme
should
executive
be
power derives?
from a mandate from the masses.
Not some possible aquatic ceremony.
Well, sometimes
But again,
masses
it's
don't
again
necessarily come up with.
again. There's been another time jump, hasn't there? There's lots of time jumps in both of these.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing with the music and everything looking kind of surreal. It works, so you're not so worried about it. But yeah, you will have questions because later, I guess when we see Arthur again and he's restored from the Grail. Spoilers! Yeah, when he's restored from the Grail, it's like he looks kind of like the same age he was when he got married. But Lancelot sure did age, and
It's not the years, it's the mileage.
yeah,
By
I
the
think
way,
Okay.
he had been touring with the Dead or something.
Colin, you had been having trouble with the armor and everything today. Oh, all right, Liza. Liza's just in the chat today. She's multitasking.
Oh no,
Huh.
we don't get to hear that beautiful voice of hers.
Oh well.
Well, who
Well,
knows?
glad you're aboard. Glad you're aboard anyway.
Just do what
but-
you can, folks.
But Colin, you had been questioning when this movie is set, because the armor isn't right, then the armor is right, then the armor isn't right. I listened to the to the 2011 Blu-ray that finally arrived with John Borman's commentary. He deliberately made it vague. He said, "I didn't want this set in any particular time, so I just went with what felt right."
Yeah, I mean it looked. I mean, Nia, obviously we know it's supposed to be post-Roman Empire, but pre-High Middle Ages. It should be around 400 or 500 AD, and that's if that would be based on whoever King Arthur was based on, whether he was named Arthur or anything like that. He was considered to be largely, a post-Roman Empire Romano-Brit.
Yeah.
But so many of the tellings are medieval. It's almost like, this romanticized medieval telling would be closer to Mallory's time, and so it's
Yeah.
like, it kind of, it kind of works. It's fine. There's a lot of surreal stuff in here. It's like, it's like you got Merlin casting spells, you got Morgana casting spells. It's like, how accurate do you want it to be?
Yeah. I said, I mean, the
But
thing is, as I said, it is very much in the medieval mold by having a story set in the past, but still having people dressed as if they were in the then present day.
Oh yeah. Ooh, did they have fishnet blouses back in medieval period? Well, I'm sure they could have done it. Just take an
They
actual
had
fishnet.
fishnets, so
Yeah, the question is, why would anyone wear one?
Well, here's the link to the Blu-ray. I have a magic link there that will give us a few pennies should you want the Blu-ray. But it's you said the price went up. It was like $7.99, and then like a week later it went up to what, $10.99?
$14.99. Yeah,
almost double.
Because it's not in print anymore. It was published in 2011.
That's
15
because
years
you
ago.
bought one and you made it rare.
I didn't buy it when it was $7.99, but we talked about it. Somebody else bought the $7.99 one, so I had to buy one that was $14.99. I don't know what the price is now.
Well, that's still not bad. That's what
No,
I've paid
no.
for some Blu-rays, especially if it's a really good movie like this.
And considering it has the original theatrical trailer and it has the John Boorman commentary, it's very worth owning if you do not have a 4K player, like I do not.
But we do the trick with the 4K limited edition, though, is as you found out, it comes with the 4K of the theatrical cut, but the Blu-ray of the TV cut.
But the TV cut is in an unbefore-seen 1.66 to 1 ratio, which is kind of nice, but like more than 20 minutes are just butchered out of the movie.
Well, it comes with posters and all sorts of things. That's why it's far more expensive. But
yeah, it comes with a poster, it comes with a book full of trivia. If you listen to the John Boorman commentary, it's not going to tell you anything new.
Well, anyway, so this is, I guess, imagery of the result of what happened, because the king and the land are tied together, and when the king is not well, and in this case, I guess, would you say it's heartache, and I guess the invasion of, I don't know, what would you call it? Because Morgana did kind of cast a spell on him to seduce him, I guess, in a way. And so I guess that was kind of like an attack. Shall we say a poisoning?
Because we don't, because of that time leap, again, we don't know at what point Arthur finds out that it wasn't a dream. I mean, if you think about it from his point of view, he's been devastated by the fact he's just found his wife sleeping with his best friend, his best knight, right? He's gone back. He's in bed after that. So you can quite easily see where it would be quite human for him to have, where he would accept having a dream, where in that dream she comes back and she's with him, not with Lancelot, right? But we don't actually get to see him wake up and say, "Oh, well, that was a nice dream. Oh, I've still got hard already." We don't see we don't see anything of Arthur's reaction to that night, without a K, of course, until X amount of time later, when Morgana, who apparently has now become sufficiently known as an evil figure that the flipping Archbishop of Canterbury, or equivalent thereof, i.e., whoever it is who is the priest to the king and the court, so quite high member of the church, is actually calling for God's blessing against her. So she's gone from being the king's half sister, who's free to move around court, to, in that period of time, to being such a big bad that they're scared that she's now had a kid. They know there's something wrong with the kid. We don't see any of that. So
it comes in threes. It's like first there was the what would you call it? There was the illicit love affair between Lancelot and Guinevere, and then there was the seduction of King Arthur by his sister, the incest, and then 3, the birth of Mordred.
Yeah, what I'm saying there is, you said we don't know what the land like this. Okay, so we see this. The next thing we see is the bishop asks for God's defense, and in answer, apparently, God strikes Arthur down, who is the wronged party who's basically the wronged party in all this. I mean, in a way, if you think about it, actually, there's actually quite a lot of similarity just occurred to me between this particular scene and a certain scene in Wonder Woman 1984, which got a lot of complaints from people who don't like double standards.
Yeah. Imagine if it had been done with the genders swapped.
Yeah.
Oops.
I mean, basically, yeah, exactly. All the fuss that everything thinks about Uther, but then when Uther's daughter does it to Uther's son, okay, no, but no. So what I'm saying is, we don't know what's going to. All we know, if you've seen this, then X amount of time later, one is tempted to expect 9 months because that's normal period, but we don't know. We find out later that he's magically aged.
Yeah.
We find
Imagine that gender swapping. Imagine Arthur's brother Kay coming into the room.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is we see this is literally the next scene but one. Literally, Arthur is seduced by Morgana. Morgana has a baby. The bishop is praying for this, and Arthur gets struck down, and then we see that the king. What I'm saying is, we don't know what it is. What particular it is that's happened to the king that's made the land? Is this just because? I mean, if you follow the story on the film, this is all because Arthur is ill because he was struck by lightning. We have no idea what.
Well, I think the whole idea is for you not to really think of it that way as a specific cause, but rather this is the flow of things. Things started going wrong, a little bit at first, and what was it? Lancelot had to defend the Queen's honor, and then they really did something bad, and then it's like, okay, now it's starting to descend, and then Morgana and Arthur, and then the birth of Mordred, and then he gets struck by lightning, and it's like all these things are coming together like this is what happens, and the only thing that can save us now is the Holy Grail. And, well, the thing is the land is tied to the king. And so we see pestilence, I guess, and we see plague. And kind of like Crusade.
Thing is, in Dungeons & Dragons, first edition, if you were playing a paladin and accidentally did a bad thing, you would lose your powers. You would have to have a cleric cast a geas on you to restore your honor. You would have to somehow make up for that egregious error you made. I think that's what Boorman's going for in this, in that Arthur really was enchanted and made to believe he wasn't doing anything bad, but he did something bad.
Yeah.
And he had done nothing to fix it by the time they were they went to pray for help. And I'm honestly thinking God was like, really? You wait for him to be born, and now you get the priest to go to the chapel and ask for help. Dude, please.
But again, I agree, but again, we don't know. We do not know at what point they discovered Morgana was even pregnant. She evidently disappeared off somewhere. So I said, if they'd shown us these things, because we don't know that. I mean, this could kind of be a week later, or it could.
But all the knights seemed to be right on board with what the priest was saying. Save us from Morgana and her unholy child. So obviously Arthur knew and had told them.
Well, no, we don't know that. All they're saying is all we know. Yeah, but that's if Arthur knew. We don't know if Arthur knew. When in the Merlin telling, in the Merlin 1998, Merlin tells him, "You idiot, that was your sister."
Yes.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Merlin can't tell him that now.
Yeah, what I'm saying is,
Of course.
It's the Gordian knot. It's the simplest solution. You know it had to be Arthur. Remembered when he woke up and was like, "Son of a bleep."
yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is we don't, because we don't.
Well, as
I
you
believe
guys are really trying to get to the bottom of this, I do want to give a shout out to Baron AWK. We had a great stream yesterday on Liza's channel. Folks, do check that out because Baron AWK is an author. He works with Colin. Colin, well, I guess works with him, does some editing for him. And we had a great discussion on the Gazulaban, which is the series that he's currently writing. He has one book completed. The second one is...
It's Goozy Lumens.
Goozy Lumens. Well, it's
Sorry,
about...
Alex.
Pretty sure it's not.
It's about beings that kind of like have powers and abilities, and they're there to save us from these dark threats from ancient times. Because in this series of novels, there are beings out there that bring darkness, and they're from ancient times and stuff. They could be like the jinn from the Middle East, or
Yeah, I was. Now that Alex has said that, I was so biting my tongue yesterday. Not literally, but because of this. Yeah. Because it, as he says, there is a
nudge.
Morgana does pay. No. As Alex has said, Morgana is a big part in book 2.
Did you call her a tart?
No, I said she's a big part.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a big tart, but...
Well, you have Excalibur sex on your side. He says, Lord, that was dribble. No one knew she nailed the king until she bore the child and then announced it.
What? Yeah, he didn't even seem to really know.
Well, we didn't see any reaction from him after she threatened to kill him and then said, "No, I want you to live," and then knocked him out, and she left. Next thing we see is her giving birth. Then we see him and his knights going to the chapel. So, and they weren't even going there to get married. Wow.
No.
Well,
they obviously weren't going to the Chapel of Love. Yeah, I did get it.
John Borman does not want to be interrogated by ex-Flavius X.
What about you? Do you find it reasonable when I say the name Dickus?
But look at that land, man. You know, they needed to show this in Crusade. They needed to show the effects of that plague on Earth so people could really feel it.
I just didn't understand why the people were shouting out to the knight to help them. It's like, what the bleep is a knight going to do for you? And then they say, tell the king. I'm pretty sure he knows, but yeah, sure, I'll tell him.
Well, in this type of society, obviously, because the peasantry, are basically in adoration of a king, and if they are bound to the king and subject to the king, if there's stuff going wrong throughout the land, it's like blame goes up there to the king, and the knights are the only ones they can kind of communicate with, because the king's usually not available. Well, and King Arthur in this case is probably just shuffling in the gloom of his sick room.
I mean, again, if this was a series or a mini series or something, I could see an episode, half an episode, where the king finds out and everything goes down, and what they're doing is, or even putting a line in there, a knight save us, we're beset by bandits. Just like that. I can see a situation where they're saying, what they're saying is that law and order is breaking apart because the king is ill. The land is not producing. They've got famine, bad, evil weather, etc., etc., etc.
I bet there's locusts too, though we don't
Possibly.
see them.
But what happens in times like that? Bad times make for hard men.
Yeah.
So I can see that they're saying, there's a knight. Oh, please help us. We'll be set by bandits. One knight will be enough to take out bandits. He's a knight. I could if they put a line like that in there.
Yeah.
But again, you can't.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
But no, they're just, our land won't grow food. We're starving. A knight,
Well,
help us.
Well,
What the heck's he
they're
gonna do?
letting the scenery carry it, and I guess maybe here they're not doing as much with.
No, my point was that they then said, tell the king. It's like, that's how he can help.
Could
Not
you
sure
please
what the king
tell
was going to
the
do,
king?
but sure.
Do you mind posting a memo?
Yeah.
I didn't notice before the chairs that they use. They don't have any backs.
No,
Ooh.
I tell you what. Though they're
No
quite
relaxation.
they can come with back if they're what I think they are. You can have but what they basically are, I think, from the looks of it, is they are basically they're basically two sets of slats which are hinged down the middle, and they fold up. So they fold up reasonably flat, and you can open them out, and they're quite comfortable seats. They're plenty medieval seats.
Really?
And but the ones we've got also, in the back of the sides, if you like, there are actually slats in the designs I've seen. Where
Wouldn't you get grill marks on your butt?
No,
Or,
you put. I
excuse
mean,
me,
because when you unfold it, there's this, I don't know, leather or canvas seat for you
Yeah.
to sit on.
Oh yeah, they all do seem to have a little thing.
there's a seat or something.
I don't know.
And
I think my
and you what you do is you have, when you open it up, as I say, you've actually got a removable back piece. Goes on the top.
Huh.
So obviously, when it's opened up, that helps it make it even more. They're quite sturdy anyway, but it helps it stand up. But you have to take it out. They're not actually flat. They're not that uncomfortable at all.
well, I don't know.
Depends on your back.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
actually,
depends.
yeah.
After a while, these long
And
meetings.
again, as I said,
you
all
know,
the ones I've got, they do actually have a backrest.
it looks
Okay,
like
cool.
it would look nice on the porch. Yeah.
But while they may come with a backrest, those seats don't
They
have
don't have any. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Arthur
and-
staggers in, and they help him sit down,
yeah.
and he just starts. We must find what was lost, the grail. Only the grail can restore
Well, Alex.
beef and flour.
Yeah.
Search the land, the labyrinths of the forests, to the edge of within. Only the
Yeah,
grail
it's like an
can redeem us.
internal as well as external journey, and coming up, we do kind of see that.
Yep. Only the grail can redeem us. Search. Seek. Where do we look for it?
The hero inside yourself.
Yeah, I'm wondering if any of them are thinking, us? We didn't do shit.
Borman said this guy, the one between Percival and Gawain, he said he's a major actor. Who is that?
Is that your buddy Liam?
No, Liam is Gawain.
Okay.
The guy ahead of Gawain.
Hmm.
Colin?
Don't recognize him.
He
Oh.
looks kind of like. Well, it can't be.
I
He
think
looks
his first
kind of
name
like
is-
Goose from
I think-
Top Gun.
I think his first name is Cialan.
Cialis? That's a medication.
Womp womp.
That
I don't know. I mean, if this
I
is
found a
like some sort of
picture
test,
of
you might
No,
as well
no,
just.
I was asking Colin because he lives in the UK. It wasn't a test. I was asking if he knew who it was.
Not all UKites
I
know
don't
each
recognize
other.
the name, but no, you're not that.
Wow.
Lawrence, I put if you
You
can bring
actually
that
went
up. That is a picture.
I had to. It was laid out for me.
I've got an image there of what those seats probably look, or what those sort of seats look like. If you can add
You're
that
still
to
thinking
if
about
you
the
bring that up.
furniture.
Yeah. Well, no, it's that. I literally
We're trying
put
to
it in there
identify
as well.
this guy in front of us here. I
Well-
don't know who he is, but
Let me go to IMDb.
IMDb doesn't have the furnishings. Oh, there's there's
No.
Percival. Now Percival's still looking a little young there. But
Yes, he is.
that
He
quest
is the,
sure
he is
did
the
wear him.
youngest. He is the youngest of the knights.
Oh, but he does. He starts showing some age after he starts questing.
Yeah. When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not. Hmm?
Ah,
But Arthur answers, portents, signs,
signs importance. That was a Babylon
Yeah,
5
I know
episode.
that.
follow. Yeah.
Oh,
that
bugger.
definitely
Sorry.
was.
That was a silly thing to do.
Signs
King has
importance.
spoken.
I almost want to look up the word portents.
A portent?
Hmm.
It's a foretelling.
So it's just a sign.
Well, a sign is usually visual. A portent can be much, much more.
Oh, but signs. Well, never mind. Let's not analyze things. We can get deep into things there, and we'll have gnashing of teeth and wailing of souls. So anyway, here we go. We should probably move along a little
I
faster.
will ride forth in the name of that quest. We will find this grail or die. That was Percival who said that.
And then, what is this? Town and Country? This should be a cover for like one of those magazines. The Village Squire or something.
And the knights are seen riding forth from Camelot. All of them going in
Was
the
that
same
Was that King
direction.
Heights?
It's in Ireland, I know that.
Yeah, it was shot in Ireland. I know the forest scenes,
I don't think it
definitely.
was.
That was like Boorman's forest. And then here, this is, Ireland looks like this generally. Yeah. And they head out in a line. There's basically one direction that heads out of town. And then we see the sun. I mean, it was eye candy, for those of us who like dreary, fantasy, medieval looking stuff. And I guess during this whole time the fog is symbolizing sickness and so forth, but maybe a little bit. It's not thick enough to be dragon's breath, but
No, just sort of like a miasma.
ooh, Hold on. I talking about miasmas. I got a cough. Get the mute button.
It's also rather
there we go.
again, it's just sort of even Excalibur had a montage. Long
Well,
last.
this music was a little more thoughtful, you know. We haven't gotten to it yet, but yeah, later the music became just direct. Karl Orff and Richard Wagner, like literally those pieces. But I guess it was so effective that it, like, I can't blame them for doing it, you know.
Well, so
Okay, so
I,
the guy-
I sort of said it on Mondays. Can you imagine, or no, on Mondays when I was in the chat, can you imagine if we'd had Excalibur or if we'd had Crusade with Carmina Burana as the music?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill
All right. So this is looking more like Enjoy the Silence.
Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure what part of Britain that's supposed to be.
The
I don't
Northlands.
know. but it's David Gahan riding around.
And he comes across almost like a stone lean-to where there's a knight kneeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that music video for Enjoy the Silence where David Gahan of Depeche Mode is just riding around in the snow, putting down like lawn chairs and sitting in them, dressed as a king also, so it kind of works.
But he comes to him and says, "Have you found it? The grail. It's me, Percival." But he's already dead.
He's already very dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just...
I mean, to make him in this good,
well,
is that you can see how old, you know, they definitely are making the actors look a lot older.
Yeah, when the teeth show through the lips. Yeah. It's a little beyond a mortician's art.
Yeah.
But then Percival despairs and says, "We will never find it."
Yeah. Damn, they did a good job with that. They studied some mummies.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that kind of happens in some mummification. Ooh.
Now that stunt was very difficult. Remember, Liam Neeson had never even ridden a horse before this movie.
Wow.
But when did he change his name? Because in the closing credits, I forget what it is, but it's not Neeson.
I don't know.
I guess that's something we could look up closer to the time. Although, yeah. But yeah, he had to just be on that horse and not look like you're holding on, but you got to hold on.
But the spooky music, he is tied to the horse. There are some ropes around him, but still. But then the creepy music builds up, and then this small child in a golden armor starts riding around, giving the worst fake laugh I've ever heard. That's, by the way, the director's son, Charlie.
Good job, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make you really.
I'm like,
Which does kind of make you wonder. Okay. So does Mordred have Does Mordred have access to enough gold or gold plating to have his armor remade every time he grows?
Well, it's
if that's a
kind
kit,
of magic. It is Morgana. We see that sprinkles. Moon dust shall cover you. Goodbye,
let's
space
say it
boy.
was moon dust with all its powers. Sorry, now you've got me singing the only song I remember from Meatballs.
Well, yeah, I guess they had to refit that, but maybe only twice. I don't know. We only see 2 stages, this and when he grows up.
You seek what Arthur wants?
Yeah. He's not shown as Liam Neeson as anyone else. He's just shown as Liam Neeson, as quite often if they've got a slightly different name.
Yeah, that's all I see.
Like Kieran Hines, for example, they've got him without the accents.
Well, I have the closing credit stuff at the end. We'll just fast forward to it when we get there. And it was Liam, something that began with a C, unless it's another person, but I don't know why they would. I don't know.
There was a Liam O'Callaghan playing Sadok.
Oh, maybe that's what I misread. Oh,
Yeah.
well
But
then,
good night, Flavius. Good to have you on.
thanks, sir.
What's up?
Thanks for joining us.
That thing they call the grail?
That thing they
I
call the
do.
grail.
Then follow me.
Uh-oh.
And all I could think seeing this scene was crows and gibbets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it, make you...
I'm gonna wait till you go flip. I'm gonna flip off and do you flip past that one if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, please. Don't show that scene. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty gruesome.
Yeah. I have a thing.
Yeah, that's right,
you'll
from
get-
UFO, the eye thing. Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
were looking for
Yeah.
it too.
Even though,
Weren't good enough. Go on, sorry.
I'll tell you what though, this kid looks one hell of a lot like a young Robert Addie.
Oh,
Doesn't
no,
he?
that's Charlie.
Think.
That's Charlie Borman.
No, I know it's Charlie Borman. What I'm saying is, you look at that face. That it looks like, he looks like he could be a young Robert Addie. When you see Robert Addie as the adult Mordred.
Yeah, it's certainly...
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying
worked.
interested. Yeah, it works. It definitely works. He chose the right actors there.
Well, and then he follows him anyway. Percival follows him into the lounge. I don't know.
The lair, I would say.
Okay, lair.
Yeah. And what the heck is that? A bird cage or?
I think it's her throne, at the back of her throne.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's literally right behind the seat there.
Yeah, certainly a little more than IKEA offers.
Mordred, my clever, lovely boy.
You still haven't managed to find me another hairdresser or another couturier there. I'm wearing the same dress I was wearing when you were born. I'm wearing the same dress and hairstyle I was in when I seduced your father.
You are burning with thirst. I don't know why you're skipping lines, but all right. Drink.
Sorry. It would have been a mistake.
Wow, now we get a timeline. For 10 years and a day you have searched. Is it so long?
I wonder.
Then tell me, have you found what you seek? I found nothing but sorrow and death.
Oh,
and
yeah, I was a little behind. I slowed down when I got there. All right.
It's okay. And I never thought to hear laughter again.
Yeah, that's
Till I
not the
saw
kind of
this
laughter
boy.
you want to hear.
And he promised me the grail. Is it here?
Hold on.
You said, hold on?
Hold on.
I'm holding on.
No, sorry. Carry on. No, carry on. I was looking at someone else.
Okay.
Oh, it's the same Charlie Borman. I didn't realize it was the same Charlie Borman that did the motorbike. I think it's the rest of it. Wow.
Oh, so he continued on as an actor.
He did not pull a Carrie Hen.
Yeah, he's an actor for the motorbike film.
Huh. You
No,
have searched too hard.
I just wanna.
Take your ease. He's sobbing.
He is. He's 15 at this point.
Hmm.
The actor, he's 15.
Oh,
when
in
this was made. That's what I was looking up.
Excalibur?
That's what I was looking for.
In Excalibur?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he's
what
15 when this was made. Yeah. How old he's supposed to be is a different matter, but he's 15 when it's made. Yeah.
Oh.
So he's 60. So he's 60 now, or coming up on 60. I only say that
Excalibur was 81.
I only said that because I was 12 when this came out. So he's got 3 years on me.
Yeah.
Drink and join with
She's
me.
younger than me.
Uh-oh. Look at that. Is that
Yeah,
the
that's a
Grail?
very, very corrupted looking grail, isn't it?
Yeah, and what's in that?
It's
We
not
don't
Grail.
know. He
Is that like-
collapses before he
I
can
don't
drink
think it is
it.
the Grail, it's just a cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he awakes in her arms. But he looks around and sees knights. Bors, you're here. Meliot, you too. You're alive. There is no grail as these good knights have found. They serve me instead. There are many pleasures in the world, many cups to drink from, and they shall all be yours. Drink.
Okay, so how does he recognise them if they've all got their helmets down, their visors down?
I know. Maybe he just knows their armor that well.
Yeah, I
yeah.
was going to say their armor was quite similar. So,
But he screams, "No!" Scatters it all away, and the kid just says, "He's no good, mother." And it was all a vision. He was still reaching for the cup, but not taking it. She is unamused. Take him to the tree. No.
Oh, not that.
No!
Well,
There is a grail!
but
Now he's hanging in the tree with the others. But there are spurs that should not exist above him.
yeah,
And
right
thank
above
goodness
him.
they are.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
right
what-
above them there are spurs.
I'll tell you what, that-
and some light.
that kind of reminds me. I'm not quite sure what, but there's very, very basic. There is there's a BBC history series called Horrible History. So you're not familiar. One of the things they have was stupid deaths and true stories where people have died stupidly. And there was one guy in a Viking. I think it was Viking in the sort of the early medieval period. Basically, he kills his enemy, cuts the guy's head off, and he rides around with the guy's head hanging by long hair from his belt, which is a fine idea until the guy's teeth actually cut this guy's leg and give him blood poisoning. And he literally, I forgot what I used to know that. I used to tell that story in the right. Can't think how it was, but yeah, literally, he literally died of blood poisoning because the guy he killed, his teeth scratched him.
Oh. Well,
But then Gawain
seems
starts
so funny.
seeing this vision of a castle, and he enters as the drawbridge starts to come up behind him.
yeah.
And a lot of this is.
And this
is
was kind of
generally-
like an internal journey as well as that. Well, not really external
yeah, and
because he's still hanging from the tree. And I guess he's just.
But they
seeing
are
the-
related, as you see.
Yeah.
Well, and in because in a lot of things, Percival does actually see the Grail, but he doesn't actually get it. It's actually Galahad who actually achieves the Grail.
In some tellings,
Or was it a
yes.
grail-shaped beacon that was lit up by Dinga?
In the Castle Anthrax.
Or was it Newt? Oh, it was bad Newt. Newt, bad Newt.
Wicked, bad, evil, naughty Newt.
Yeah.
What is the secret of the Grail?
I don't know. It's a secret.
Does it serve? And he
Who
frantically looks
does it
behind him
trust?
and runs.
Oh, that's where JMS got it from like Crusade.
Possibly,
they ask,
yeah,
who
possibly.
do you serve? Who do you trust? Okay.
He reaches the top, clambers over it, hangs, and just as the spur cuts the rope, he falls.
Yeah.
There we go. Spur cutting time. And then a slight change of scenery.
But he first says, Arthur, the secret was in my grasp. I failed you. But he manages to crawl away.
Lots of crawling through darkness. And then she decides, okay, well, now he's grown up a bit.
Yeah. When am I going to be king? No, that's still the kid. That's still Charlie. When am I going to be king, Mother? When the time comes, I will send you to your father. You will take what is yours, and then you will be king. And just like that, he's older. No spear, no sword, no arrow, no lance, no blade. No weapon forged by man will harm you whilst you wear this armor. Any message for your dear brother, my father? You are my message.
It's nice that he mentioned that it was his father, just in case you didn't know her brother was his father. And yeah, she sprinkles on the moon dust, and he gets bigger armor. That helmet, man.
Very Greek.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He puts it on.
Spiky armor, which is...
So you have Excalibur that is, well, let me go back to this. You have Excalibur that is the sword that, I don't know, what is it? It's, well, we found out it is breakable if you.
I'll give you a hint. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's not. It's not forged by man.
By man, yep, that's what I knew you were going to say.
Stupid woman.
As far as the spikes on the arms, I don't object to that too much, because if somebody gets in close to you and you can't bring your sword to bear, you can elbow him pretty hard, and those spikes are...
Yeah, you...
Ouch.
Yeah, you could, but at the same time, you fall over, you're going to get stuck. It's going to catch a glancing blow is going to catch it.
No, that's true. That's true.
You know, I mean, if you're if you imagine if you're doing that one and you get a blow comes in from the side, and it, rather than glancing off down your arm, it catches that, it's going to pull your arm out of line. Plus, it's going to pull
yeah, I guess rather than on the elbow, I'd rather spikes up in the forearm area, maybe.
Same problem. Yeah, though.
If
If it caught on there, it would end up wrenching the armor out of true, and all of a sudden you can't move your hand anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember that what a lot of the purpose of armor is not necessarily to stop you being stabbed, right? It does do that but a lot of the reason for the armor, why some of these things don't work, is it's not designed to stop you being hit. It's designed to turn a blow. It's designed to turn an arrow. So if an arrow comes in, for example, your armor has very few flat places where even a bodkin, even a hard bodkin, can actually get any purchase to go through.
Yep.
You know, the sword comes in, it's all slopes, it's all curves. So the main purpose of the armor is actually to turn the blow away.
And as for the forearm of the armor, a lot of people may not even realize it, even though it's obvious because we all have them. But our wrists are far thinner than they are wide.
Yeah.
So the armor is made to fit a certain way. If it gets wrenched around, that's going to hurt. Because that's custom-made armor.
Yeah, exactly.
I had an ogre D&D miniature, 3 of them actually, each of them holding a club out in front of them, holding a club to their side, slightly behind them, and a hand in front of them. So you had to glue the arm on. Well, I found you could rotate the arm before you glued it on, so I had one of them holding his club, quote, behind him, unquote. Problem was, it stuck out 3 feet to his left.
Yeah.
Then I cut off his left hand, rotated it 90 degrees, and put it back on, and I was like, that no longer matches. So I had to use molding putty to build up the difference. And then I carefully
the model's best friend.
Then I carefully bent back the 3 smaller fingers and just crooked the first finger slightly, like he's going, "Come here, little halfling. I won't hurt you." He's the leader of the 3. He's the quote unquote clever one.
Well, we shall
Clever.
soldier on
Related
so we can
to
finish this evening. Oh, there he is in his
In all his regalia.
his mobile throne.
And they bring him right to the draw gate and lower it to reveal Mordred. And
How
he rides
convenient.
across on his black horse with the unicorn barding. Keep a distance, Mordred.
Yep.
I have come to claim what is mine, father. Show yourself.
But it's not yours until he dies. Well, not the crown isn't.
No, but he's ambitious. He's a go-getter.
And Arthur just closes his eyes. I cannot give you the land. Only my love. That's the only thing of yours I don't want. The quest knights have failed. They're all dead. You are dead too. I shall come back and take Camelot by force. No answer
Well.
from Arthur on that one.
Well, he heads off, and then we see
Percival taking a drink
Yeah.
from a lake.
he's been having a hard time. It gets even harder.
But then we see Mordred and his men chasing Urians. Or as Percival calls him, Urians.
Urines. And
Yeah.
yeah, they basically gang up on him, and they're
Yeah, but Percival is only able to watch because he's too afraid to jump out. Thing is,
he doesn't have a horse.
or a sword, or not even a helmet. And all I can think of is Obi-Wan Kenobi's line to Luke after he comes back finding his aunt and uncle have been killed. And Owen says, "There's nothing you could have done. If you had been there, you'd have been killed too. The droids would now be in the hands of the Empire."
Yeah.
It's the same deal. It's like, there's nothing you could have done. If you had gone out there, you'd be killed too. And now there would be no one to find the grail.
Yeah.
But Mordred drives a spear right
Urian-
through his back to kill him.
Well, yeah, he does, but Urian, if he would have laid still, he wouldn't have attracted attention.
Pretty sure Mordred still would have done it, though. And then Mordred looks to where Gawain is hiding, but doesn't see him apparently.
Nope.
Then picks the sword up out of Urian's and rides on.
Yep. Well, that's where he is there, getting it. Yeah, he's looking over and going, Percival's direction, but he doesn't see him.
Yeah.
He senses his presence.
Then Percival comes over to help Urians. Urians.
A little late.
Urians. I
Oops.
was afraid to help you. Percival, never give up the quest. I saw the grail, Urians. It was in my grasp.
Never give up. Never surrender.
I failed. I failed. You are the last of us. Try again. I am not worthy. You must. You must. Listen. And there's this. Yeah, play it.
Oh yeah, I have a clip here.
Yeah, this is the only way to describe it.
Yeah, it is somewhat surreal. But if I do too much, they'll have to do an edit later. But yeah, what he does come upon is, I guess, it's wailing people and all sorts of
Graves
pain
being
and
dug.
distress. Looking rather medieval. Did the plague hit?
Sure
I was
seems it,
thinking
doesn't it?
exactly that. It looks very much like bits of that look very much like it was sort of Black Death era.
Mm-hmm.
Although even in Black Death, they would have been having rags over their mouths, wouldn't they?
Not necessarily. They didn't necessarily know that much about.
That's true.
I mean, they know about humor. They had no theory of the humor, so they probably would have done. But
But then he meets someone he recognizes, doesn't he?
Yeah, there's a guy who's basically telling everyone what's wrong with the world. Some weird, crazed-looking dude, and the subtitling gets it wrong. All around you is death, death everywhere. All of you will come to death, for it is our constant companion as we trudge through life, through this weary and tragic scene in the valley of the shadow of pain. Yes, he said pain. Not
yeah,
death.
and if you kept it inside your underpants, none of this would have happened. Hint as to who it is.
Look at the great night.
Am I
Peace
there?
and plenty they promised.
Oh, there we are. Yep.
But what did they give us instead? Famine and pestilence. Lancelot, is it you? And death! Because of the pride! Because of the sin! It's me, Percival, Lancelot. That woman, I don't know what was going on with her. It's like, all right, we need you to cry, but look like you're smiling.
Look all medieval.
Yeah.
And you,
Unfortunately,
the one laying down, just sleep.
Yeah.
Everything's grey and oh dear, we're falling for that one again.
God,
Although to be fair,
Although
I said they're falling for that everything's dull and grey again, and colourless. But
Yeah.
to be fair, I suppose they're trying to portray it's not country, not doing a good state. So
Mm-hmm.
everything here is dun dun dun.
yeah, very done.
They made themselves God. And Christ has abandoned us. And then they just start beating the crap out of him.
And why might that be? Lancelot.
And as he gets washed away down the river, he's yelling back, Lancelot, return to us. Arthur needs you.
I guess he was talking about himself because he thought about himself as a knight.
Yeah.
People who are guilty tend to project.
Mm.
But he still gets swept downstream, and then he goes under.
Uh-huh. Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
Well, release your armor, and I'll tell you something. I don't know what kind of armor he has, but a good friend of mine had a full suit of plate mail. He could neither get into it nor out of it without assistance.
That's why you have squires.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mermaids.
I can't give up hope, Lancelot. And he is in front of that castle again. This time wearing only a towel.
Ooh, long braids.
Maybe. But it's funny, you see on the outside of the castle the green light that can't seem to enter the castle.
Yes.
What is the secret of the grail? Who does it serve? You, my lord. Who am I? You are my lord and king.
Wrong.
You are Arthur. And then he
Really?
drops to one knee. Have you found the secret that I have lost? Yes. You and the land are one. And then he can take the grail
Yeah.
And be teleported to Camelot.
instantly.
Yes.
Still
Yeah.
wet with water from the river. Now, the grail is empty as he brings it over to Arthur. But as he holds it, telling him, you and the land are one, drink. I am wasting away. I cannot die, and I cannot live. And the chalice is now filling. Drink from the chalice. You will be
You're
reborn,
Arthur, not
and
the
life
Fisher
with you."
King.
Yeah, they're mixing the two.
Yeah.
Although that's been done in other works too.
Oh, yeah.
But it was really awesome the way they did that, to have the cup fill after he sets it on Arthur's chest.
Yeah.
It was basically just a small tube inside that they were able to attach to the grail after he set it down there. Below the camera, you couldn't see what they were doing, and then they filled it from there like that. Pretty neat. Nice,
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
nice practical effect that today they
Yeah.
just would have done CGI.
Yeah.
But then Arthur says, Percival, I didn't know how empty was my soul until it was filled.
Ooh,
And then he slowly stands and
feels
looks
a
about.
little bit better.
Arthur! Ready, my knights, for battle. They will ride with their king once more. I have lived through others far too long. Lancelot carried my honor, and Guinevere my guilt. Mordred bore my sins. My knights have fought my causes. Now, my brother, I shall be king.
Oh, so he's going to get to it then.
Gods,
I like that.
knights,
Not really a mirror. Kind of like
squires,
scaled
prepare
mirror.
for battle. Yeah, or a coin collection.
No,
I'm
you
not
know,
sure
no,
which.
no, you know what that is, don't you? That's a transporter that brought Percival there.
Oh, yeah, that
So
works.
it's a transporter.
That's how it
How do you
works.
think Percival got there?
And in the background now,
Bum, 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 bum.
There we go.
They had to do it. Had to do it.
And at last, there came at least some sort of flags and coats of arms. At long last.
Yes.
Now he had to wait weeks for these apple blossoms to actually come into bloom.
Oh, yeah.
They kept putting off this shot again and again and again until finally it was a sunny day and the apple blossoms were in full bloom.
Kind of like Avalon. With the apple trees.
Yep, I have apples.
No,
It's public domain.
certainly
I'm allowed to
works.
whistle that.
Yeah, you can whistle it, but the recording, the sound
Oh, no.
recording, would definitely trigger a copyright.
It's such beautiful music too.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
and he's
Arthur
at the
comes to the
Castle
nunnery.
Anthrax, I believe.
It is. This is a castle, by the way. No, sorry. What they showed from the outside was the castle. This is a set.
No. He's coming to look for Nynaeve, but for night.
Guinevere.
No, Isabella Orsolini.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
No, what they
sorry, wrong
showed,
one.
what they showed from the outside was a castle. I don't remember which one, but Borman did say there was another castle. But then inside, this is a set.
pretty good set.
Oh yeah. And Guinevere turns around and looks. Stands. Can it be?
Oh, you're looking good.
Guinevere. She approaches. Accept my forgiveness and put your heart to rest. We've suffered too long. I've always loved you, and I still love you. I loved you as king, sometimes as husband. But one cannot gaze too long at the sun. Forgive me, my wife, if you can. On to live a man's life. But to be the stuff of future memory. The fellowship was a brief beginning, a fair time that cannot be forgotten. And because it will not be forgotten, that fair time may come again.
You know, that's actually just surprised me. Given how much you guys are into music, I'm surprised you haven't actually done Camelot.
Oh,
musical.
the musical.
Yeah,
Well, it is a
That's a good
silly
point.
place.
Camelot. Camelot, where once one brief shining spot, where once never was a spot for once brief shining moment that was known as Camelot. Go, Tom, go! Tell the world. And of course, if you've seen Camelot or the musical, at the end of it, he sends an apprentice. He sends a squire back home to tell the story, and that squire's name, his name is Tom,
Oh.
as in
Huh.
Thomas. Yeah,
Thomas of Becket?
no.
Okay. Sorry.
Who did actually go back and who did actually tell the legend of King Arthur? What Tom told the legend of King Arthur?
Sawyer. Kidding.
You've been
Tom
reading him.
Ballard.
I don't actually know.
Thomas Mallory.
Oh,
of
yeah,
course.
that's guy.
Durr.
Well, I didn't know him as Tom.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's just Thomas wasn't Thomas. And what Thomas actually did go back, they kind of sort of cheekily put Thomas Mallory in Camelot.
There's an interesting point about Arthur's aging here. I mean, basically they've given him wrinkles around his eyes. They've given him, gray hair. There was one thing that was not known in 1981. It only really became known in the mid-90s when scientists actually looked into it. People's noses and ears, men and women, continue to grow as we age. Your nose today is bigger than it was 20 years ago. It will be bigger still 20 more years from now, presuming you're still alive. They should have put like some kind of prosthetic on his nose to make it a little longer, a little bigger. Probably wouldn't have worked as
I don't
well,
know.
but that's
I didn't see as much of the aging in him. Because
back a
he's
slide
so
or two.
energetic, he just seemed like he was back to normal.
right there. You can
Yeah.
see it in his eyes. There is the bags under his eyes that they've drawn in, the wrinkles, the crow's feet on the sides of his eyes.
Yeah.
They tried to make him look older.
When I was watching, I genuinely wasn't sure at some point if they were trying to show him after he's drunk from the Grail, not as old. And I generally, because I thought, okay, so maybe, in some shots I thought it looks as if he's supposed to be getting younger again, getting his youth back. Not entirely, but as if he's reversing some of the aging. And then I thought, no, he's still grey after all. It was I think it might just have been some lighting and effect changes, but I thought they'd be really clever to understand. Well, actually, he's getting, some of the aging is being reversed because he's being revigorated. But
Lawrence, bounce back and forth between the previous slide and this one a couple times. Gray, brown, gray, brown. See that?
Yeah,
that's just the lighting.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I meant. At some point he's
you're right.
Well, here the lines are really good.
Yeah, now once more I must ride with my knights to defend what was and the dream of what could be. And she says, well, in that case, you're going to need this. It's a good thing I make my own bed.
And she gave it a kind of scabbard.
And the music in this scene is just wonderful. I kept it. Even as he draws it from the cloth, there's almost a shing to it. There's no ing, but there's a shh.
Mm-hmm.
Go back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, wait for I just needed the line.
Oh. That one?
Pat, no, I said that one. I never dreamed, the next slide. There, I never dared to hope after all these years that it was in your keeping. I've often
thought... Did you never go back and look for it?
I have often thought that in the hereafter of our lives, when I owe no more to the future, and can be just a man, that we may meet, and you will come to me, and claim me yours, and know that I am your husband.
Well,
and she
hope
smiles
for that.
and nods, and he looks away and then back to her. It is a dream I have. And then he just walks away, and she looks sadly after him.
Mm-hmm.
And the smile vanishes from her face.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. If we're going with the Christian rendition, Jesus does say that in heaven we are like the angels, and there's no need for marriages or things like that.
It also says the best depart, so
then Arthur and what few knights he has with him come riding forth to a man in armor, old man in armor with a horse, and his son, who just says, "It is only me and my son. All of the knights of the dukedom have rallied to Mordred. What's that smoke yonder?" "That is Mordred's army."
Yeah, I can't see the lines too well underneath my control.
That is Mordred's army.
Uh-huh.
Then let us camp here tonight and fight tomorrow.
That's a good idea.
That, by the way, is the henge that the tourists came up to investigate. Because they had a guidebook to all of the henges in England, or in Ireland, I'm sorry, and it wasn't in their book. They were like, what the what?
We found it! My goodness, we found it! It's called Newhenge.
Yeah. But Arthur enters that henge.
Hold on, I am about to do that. I just needed to get ready for the next thing, because we do have coming up here a clip I'm going to play.
Coming? What?
And I needed to load it up here because it's going to need pausing. It's too long for straight through playback in StreamYard. Yeah, he comes in and it's like, what's his line here?
Oh, Says, Merlin, if only you were at my side, old friend.
No. It's on the
That's
slide.
not what it says.
It says, Colin, are you here? What the heck is that?
Where art thou?
No, it says, art
it's-
thou here?
no, it doesn't. It says, art thou hoped. That's not an E.
I can't read it.
Whoops.
I think
Well,
it is H-O-T-E or H-O-R-E.
probably
which don't
Welsh.
Colin, art thou haughty? Yeah. Are you a hottie? Are you a hottie, Colin?
work.
Are you home? Basically, is what he was trying to get at there. Are you
home.
Colin?
Oh,
Are you at home, Colin?
But no,
Yes.
Merlin. If only you were at my side, my old friend, to give me courage. There are no war tricks that will fool Mordred and Morgana. He looks around. More than I ever did, I need you now. Then he walks to that stone across from him and just hits it with his fist in frustration. And instantly the cavern lights up. And Merlin, whose eyes have been open all along, hears Arthur asking, "Where are you, Merlin? If only you could see me wield Excalibur once more." And he falls to one knee. Then
And
to
we
two
got a clip.
knees.
We've got a bit of a clip, so I'm going to share it here. I mean,
Oh,
this...
you're gonna rob me of the reading of that line? All right, Lloyd, play the clip.
Well, there's some nice footage and some...
I understand. And the vanishing is just really just too good not to show.
But I'll have to pause it after, I guess, each phrase here.
Arthur. Arthur, where have you been these many years?
Pause it there. Oh, wow. But yeah, Merlin is not there. He's in the crystal cave.
Yeah, where
may-
have you been these many years, Merlin? The hell? Dude, we needed you.
So there's a crystal cave underneath this henge.
Or the henge is connected to it.
Morgana's stories. You brought me back. Your love brought me back. Back to where you are now. In the land of dreams.
Oh, man.
Oh, sorry.
Are
I've
you a
just
dream, Merlin?
I've just had another connection there to another really good scene.
What, a Calvin Klein commercial?
No, back when the show that Paul Geoffrey used to mention was good. I remember you, and I'm bringing you back. You're live at my wedding.
Oh,
What is it?
yeah.
A scene
Doctor-
that completely ruined. Well, no, that completely.
You're late for my wedding.
No, a scene that absolutely ruined isn't the right word, but
It was cheesy.
oh no. The thing is, not so much that it's a scene that had been set up quite delightfully. I thought had been set up really well the first time you saw it, but actually takes a certain phrase and means you can never hear a certain wedding phrase the same again. Something's been stolen,
Yeah.
but it's old
Something
and
that's
it's
been
ancient. and new.
borrowed.
What is
Yeah.
it? It's something old, something new,
Something new.
something borrowed, something blue.
How original.
No, but the thing is, because I said I thought the way they'd actually set up that line, because obviously it's at a wedding, standard wedding line.
Mm-hmm.
But he's over the period of time he's told her that the TARDIS is very old, but it renews itself every so often.
Mm-hmm.
He always meant to return it. He never meant to steal it. He always meant to return it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got stolen. And of course, we know what colour it is.
Yep.
And it's set that up for that line for Roy to ask, what is it? And it's just, I thought it set that line up really, really well. And I can never hear those lines
No,
again.
it was-
Don't expect the TARDIS to appear.
Yeah, I know that No, I thought it was really good. It's just I didn't like the way she said, "You're late for my wedding."
You're live. I remember you in story. You were live at my wedding. Yes. Yeah, but that's yes, yeah. I actually agree. It can be a bit cheesy on the rewatch, but
Oh no,
you
the
know,
dancing afterward was what's.
oh yeah, that was deliberately bad. I think.
Are you guys talking about Robin of Sherwood? Because I don't recognize anything you
No,
guys are talking
Doctor
about.
Who.
Oh, no wonder I don't recognize.
Oh,
It wasn't in the Tom Baker era. I don't know it.
oh,
No,
okay.
the very end of Matt Smith's first
Yeah,
season.
the reboot of the universe 2.0.
Yeah, and Rory and Amy get married, and the Doctor's been locked out of the universe, and she brings him back because she remembers him.
Oh, well, good for her and him.
Are you just a dream, Merlin? A dream to some.
A nightmare to others!
That's going to become a permanent clip.
Yeah.
You didn't. Oh my God! You didn't show the.
The what?
So right after he says that,
Mm-hmm.
he is there one frame, and the next frame, gone. Not the way Frodo vanishes in Lord of the Rings, where like he pieces out like here and there, piecemeal, and eventually vanishes. No, he's just like, ping, gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't fade away, gone. Here one frame, gone the next.
He's going to be a nightmare for someone.
Others.
Others.
And he rushes back into his. Oh, first he yelled, Merlin! But then he rushes back to his tent.
Yeah. Merlin. In the subtitles, they always left out when someone calls a name, I noticed.
Oh, not the subtitles on my DVD.
Hmm.
Kay, wake up, my brother. I was dreaming. Of Merlin? Yes, he spoke to me. I dreamed of him too. Merlin lives. He lives in our dreams now. He speaks to us from there. He said I would fight bravely tomorrow.
That's good. Oh, and I love
I think
these
it-
weapons racks.
I think it means you're gonna die tomorrow, Kay.
I kept these weapons racks in because they reminded me of that game I played, Worm Unlimited, where you had to build your racks and stuff like that. I remember it had to be different from like the pole arm racks were different from your bow racks, and
Would be different from your
basically
sword rack. Oh yeah.
and the axes were separate. They were all different recipes.
Merlin's skull cap, by the way, it was decided that he would not be bald for the movie, even though that's what Boorman wanted. Nicol didn't want to do that, so he had Terry English. He had Terry English make that skull cap out of aluminum as usual. He did it in 10 minutes.
Wow.
But Merlin is able to walk unseen even by Mordred through the camp.
I would, of course, point out that it's an English. It's an English. I'm making it for an English actor, so it's aluminium. But
Oh, okay.
Except I don't say that word.
Oh, it's fine.
the weird thing being a parrot. That's one of those weird things. I'd heard some of that apparently it didn't originally have the eye in it. It was the second eye in it. Apparently, it was originally aluminum, but then somehow it got written down with the eye in it, so it became aluminium.
Well, it makes sense that it would be. It makes sense that it would be aluminium because of other words like titanium and gallium and all the other elements that end in ium instead of just
Yeah, I was
and
say
the
that,
aluminium falcon.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I have returned, Enchantress. Enchantress, you are beautiful. Yes, magnificent. Have you used up all the magic you stole from me to keep yourself so young. Have you any magic left to do battle with Merlin? Now that breastplate there, which is just beautiful, is in Director Borman's home.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has it in his will that it goes to Helen Mirren when he dies. I would like to point out the son of a bleep is now 91 and still going. Like,
Poor
dude,
lady.
just give it to her.
What is she going to do with it?
Remember it? Treasure it?
Oh.
Mount it on a wall? I don't know. I mean, that's her bust.
But not until I die. I need it
Remember
until
it.
then.
Just gonna think, oh my god, I hope I don't have to wear this thing again. It's so impractical.
I don't think she'll wear it again.
She's gonna look at it and go, why are the nipples so polished?
All right. Well, we did the line, right?
Nothing to fear from an old man you vanquished long ago. Who only wants to see how powerful you've become. She tries to claw at his face. You see, Morgana, you made me into a dream, a shadow. If only he had warned her.
Uh-oh.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Like Obi-Wan.
Oh, is
Yep.
that who said that? I didn't remember. But she just laughs as he vanishes. A shadow. You must be greater than ever I was. And she gets haughty. I once released a dragon's breath so Uther could lie with your mother and beget a king. And she goes, "Rah!" It almost destroyed me. But I expect you could do it quite easily. Couldn't you? And she smiles and seems to try. I see no mist. She can't do it. Have your powers faded too? The charm. That's it. Use the charm. But she can't seem to form the words. Have you forgotten the charm of making? Use it. She's trying. Anal nathrak. Uthvas bethud. Dachiel dienve. Go back a frame.
Yeah,
That-
it didn't.
that eagle
it never
there.
put the chant in for me.
No, it just says in the chant foreign language. But that eagle there, there's a couple frames in this where she's saying the charm, and the eagle snaps its beak. It almost makes it look like the eagle is saying the charm. Really, I'd say it's gotta be deliberate. Yes, use it. That's it. Oh, good. Oh, that's grand.
I'll tell you
She
what I
has-
find in.
Go on.
No, so what I noticed is it's very circular, very everything coming back, isn't it? Because it starts off with Merlin using the charm to trick Igraine, and then she uses the charm to trick Merlin on cycle, but then she used the charm again to trick Arthur, and then Merlin uses the charm to trick her.
Well, technically, he
It's-
tricks her. He tricks her into using the charm to trick her.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but he
Well, she
tricks her
did that
into using
to
it.
him.
Yes, what I'm saying. No, but that it's trick and trick and trick and trick. Each trick. It's almost as if each of the wizards seems to be too arrogant to think anyone could actually trick them. To think, no, trick me. And then she's the same. She tricks Merlin, and it never occurs to her that someone might trick her back.
Yeah.
And she's in fact also both times that Morgana is involved in using the spell, or the two times that she, the first time she uses it and then it's used on her, she uses it against Arthur. Arthur's asleep, and when it's used against her, she's asleep.
Yeah.
You know, there's quite interesting sort of circular symmetry there almost.
And as she's saying the charm, and Merlin is saying, "That's it, cool, that's grand." There's mist. Go back frame. There's mist coming out of her mouth.
Oh yeah.
They basically had a tube right up next to her mouth, pushing out the steam, so that her breath would influence the steam as it came out.
Wow.
It's almost flawless. There's a point or two where you're like, oh yeah, that is just a steady stream, isn't it? But it's done very well. And again, practical effects.
Yeah.
This is why we love them.
Oh.
And she just keeps saying the charm over and over again, but it looks like she's orgasming.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than I ever was. And now it sounds almost like she's reached climax. But Merlin says, careful. It can damage your beauty. Alas.
Yeah.
And a mist starts pouring out from her tent across the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
The evil knights are backing away from it.
Yeah, man, this is going to be a disadvantage for us.
A fog is rising. A fog? That cannot be. My mother has a sense for such things. She said there would be no fog. It will stand against us in battle.
Go back one.
Yep.
And I think you can see that. I've not noticed that before, but you can see there with the red in the background when you're going into a tent, that almost looks like you can almost see the edge of the stage almost. It's an interesting effect, that.
Yeah.
It's the red tent district. But, you know,
Yeah.
it does look like a stage. And, yeah, this is, you know, I mean, the music, I don't think it's just yet, but the music later is from, you know, The Ring from Richard Wagner. And I think they used, in a lot of the productions, they use this kind of fog on stage for that. So it has echoes of that. But, I mean, it definitely fits. It's the dragon's breath. And later you hear them comment how, like, Arthur has a smaller army, but it'll help them, you know, because
only to a point.
Yeah, the enemy doesn't know how big their army is at first, so you can
Also,
at least reduce their confidence.
Also with Arthur's army riding straight into Mordred's army, it's what you call a target-rich environment.
Yeah.
But he walks into his mother's chamber and he hears her say, "Merlin, where are you? Where are you?" "Mother?" "My dear, sweet boy." And he's horrified at this hag in front of him and just attacks her.
Mm-hmm.
And then chokes her to death. Sorry, throttles her.
Oh, yeah, throttling. Ew, I gotta get it. The next set of slides, which is a short one. We're at the conclusion, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you raised the bad side.
There's only 13 minutes to go in the movie, and that's with credits.
Look at that. What exactly is that?
I think I'm not. I think it's supposed to be swords, but the hilts look rather.
I think they're supposed to be pikes.
Yeah, maybe.
But
so that they can pierce through, and once they're all the way through, they have hooks to catch from behind.
Yeah, but that's No, because they look more like, if they were the pikes, I'd expect them to have the guards the other way around. Because I don't, and that's why I said they look almost like their swords, because that looks like
Yeah.
hiltish.
Yeah,
A hilt.
it does.
Yeah,
But
a hilt
to
with
me-
a sort of hilt guard, but it's like I said, like, you know.
maybe a little pointy at the.
The handle's
they're
too
a bit-
short for a blade that long.
Yeah, well, not only that, it's also rather pine cone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that too. That's
Yeah, it
what I was
looks-
thinking. It was a pike with very oddly hooked.
yeah, that's a.
Looks like something that might get launched.
And again, yeah, I mean, again, it looks like it's difficult to tell, but it looks like they're narrower towards the base, although that might just be the angle.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
in any
tell him.
case, yeah, very foggy. They they were helped by the fog in.
Oh my god, it's a Chaos Imperial Guardsman.
We missed Kay saying to Arthur, "They won't know how few we are in the fog. We'll use the old ways. Speed of horse, yeah."
Where are they?
Did I miss "Where are they"? Listen, I did.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
missed that line somehow.
Listen.
Huh.
And the listening just was like, you can hear it. They're playing Carmina Burana.
You can skip over this. I already said these lines.
Yeah.
Speed of no, it was speed of horse, not speed up horse.
Yeah.
Speed of horse, yeah. They're attacking from behind us. Behind us.
Yeah, and the viewer has no idea where front and behind is. It's
Turn about. Tuck behind. You dogs move.
yeah, I could hear
And-
the clang come through.
On my end?
Yeah, just a
I-
little bit.
I don't think Merlin's helping directly, Brianna. I think what he's done is he tricked Morgana into creating the fog, and the fog is still there.
Yeah.
So he's helping, but I don't think he's actually got any active powers. What he's doing is he's just in Morgana's head.
Yeah. And here's where you see that while Arthur's knights are very good, if they get overpowered, they don't have a chance.
Yeah.
And Mordred is just slicing through Arthur's guys left and right, and I mean literally.
Well, he can't be injured by any of their weaponry, can he?
But somehow his sword is able to just cut through their armor, too.
Yeah.
But finally, Arthur and a couple of his knights, who have all managed to lose their helmets, are back to back. There's too many! We can't hold them! All seems to be lost. But then, out of nowhere... How
Who's
the
that?
did they even know that this was Lancelot? Lancelot, is it you? And thank goodness, he's wearing studded leather.
Yeah, I have a shot of him coming up here. He's, I don't know, he's like the dog from Red Dwarf when they met that parallel crew that had a dog instead of a cat.
Yeah.
No, Bayona, well, Merlin is helping, but he tricked Morgana into using the charm of making to create the mist.
And it was thick, man. I couldn't get a damn good shot in any of this.
And they made a very satisfying thump when they fell to the ground in the mist.
Yes.
It's the fog of war, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
It is.
But Lancelot's back. He's with us.
And they had to keep shouting it over and over so the audience would know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because look at him there, man.
But Kay is fighting bravely, as Merlin predicted.
Arrgh!
Well, he's feeling pain. He's holding his side where he was injured before by himself.
Oh, the old wound came back again.
Yep. And he's shouting, Arthur! Arthur's looking. He doesn't see him. But Lancelot does manage to take out the last of the guys who were threatening him, and Arthur finds him finally. Turns him over. He doesn't look like himself anymore. Arthur, forgive. Lancelot, my salvation is to die a knight of the Round Table. You are that, and much more. You are its greatest knight. You are what is best in men. It is the old wound, my king. It has never healed. Guinevere, is she queen again? She is, Lancelot. And with that, he can die.
Well, at least he gets to feel like
The fog is lifting.
Oh, that's good.
And there
That's not-
stands Mordred. No, no, Percival.
It's mine.
Now, Mordred is bleeding from his head. I can only imagine he must have fallen and hit his head on a log or something, because otherwise, how did he get injured? He's
Yeah.
still wearing the armor.
Well, I mean, I can think of two things. He was hit in the head, and his helmet is what damaged him, injured him. So he was damaged by his own armor, or he was injured after the helmet came off.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
Come, father, let us embrace at last. And he impales Arthur on the spear, and Arthur doesn't care. He just slides down the spear and runs Mordred through.
That's why you use a boar spear.
That
It's
has a
kinda like-
crossbar.
What is it?
Yes.
Like Nemesis, where Picard is fighting his nemesis.
Yeah. The setting sun in the background is nothing more than a piece of glass with a red spear projected onto it. Looks good though, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It does, yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
And the sword, not forged by a man, kills the little turd.
Yeah, and we get all sorts of grimaces and stuff because
Yep.
Arthur's impaled.
Yeah, and I'm trying to watch. Oh, he says, Percival, take Excalibur. Find a pool of calm water. Throw the sword into it. No. Obey me, Percival. Do it. Now, we did not see anyone pull the spear out of Arthur. Where is the spear?
Ah,
Yeah, good point.
Not to mention, you pulled the spear out of him. It might have been the only thing keeping him alive at that point. Not that medieval medicine could have saved him at that point anyway, but still, you'd had a few more minutes.
well, and Percival's gonna be less than efficient,
Yeah.
so every second counts.
Do it and return. So he picks up Excalibur and rides. Reaches the water.
Yep.
Cranks back with the sword to throw it. Looks at the
Oh
sword.
yeah.
I can't do it.
Hopefully he has a metal glove on. Well, no, he turns away. And
That's
less
an amazing,
inefficient.
but usually it's Bedivere that, when the versions I'm familiar with, it's Bedivere that does
Yeah,
that.
according to Marcus, it's Bedivere.
Yep. But
Tried
there's
it
a
3
line
times.
before. There's a line before that.
Hmm.
Isn't there? Oh no,
No,
there wasn't. There wasn't.
Percival's not saying
Yeah.
anything. He just turns around, and then
When you cast it in, what did you see? I saw nothing but the wind and the water. My king, I couldn't do it. Excalibur cannot be lost. Other men do as I command. One day, a king will come, and the sword will rise again.
that's good.
About
And
time.
again, there's that reflected red disc sunset. He used it to great effect.
Oh yeah.
Again, practical effects.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now
Grabbing
he's
the
holding
sword
it by the blade, but he has a gauntleted hand,
That's good.
and that's still Borman's middle daughter, who does not get credited in the credits. Of course, she didn't
Well-
have any lines.
No, but she's a good catch. She
Yeah,
grabbed that.
they filmed that in reverse. They basically just yanked the sword out of her hand and then played it backwards.
Uh-huh.
Blurp.
Goes right in. And Percival's like,
very
funny.
triumphant, trumpety music.
I didn't think that would happen.
Like, that's why Arthur asked me what I saw.
But he doesn't get asked again. He doesn't get to really tell Arthur.
Nope, he gets up there, he yells out, Arthur!
But
And
Arthur
the three
knew
women
this.
on the boat are like, it's okay, Chief, we got this. But he does yell it
Mine-
again at the shore. Arthur!
Off to the land of apples.
Where he got healed from water wounds.
Well,
And 9, accompanied by 9, not 3, 9 queens on the boat to the island of Avalon.
Oh, the other 6 are below decks right now.
Which is why no one ever saw him die, which is why the legend rose that he will come again.
well,
And we've been
hopefully.
waiting for it for 1,600 bloody years. About time, mate. Yeah.
Well, he was Romano British, so it's like Mediterranean time. Directed and produced by John Boorman. There we go.
Yep.
Screenplay, which was pretty nice, was by Roscoe
Pallenberg
Ellenberg. Yeah.
and John Borman.
Oh, he get on in that credit too.
I
Yep,
thought you were
I
going
know
to say. I thought for a second you were going to say Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yeah. I was
And it
about
was
to
adapted.
say it.
It was adapted from Mallory's Le Morte d'Arthur by Roscoe Pallenberg. So he
Yeah,
wrote the
translated.
adaptation. Yeah, so he wrote the translation and then adapted it and then wrote the screenplay with Borman. So
Wow.
it was like went through 2 or 3 rewrites.
So it was, translated from the Middle English, or this one. Yeah.
From the French.
Oh, French Middle English.
I don't know.
Middle
not
French, maybe.
I'm not sure because Le Morte d'Arthur is French, but I think I'm not sure if Mallory wrote in French or if he wrote in French or Middle English originally. To be fair,
Oh, I don't know.
Well, he was
but yeah,
Scrooge's friend after all.
the title is definitely French. The title is definitely in French.
Well,
I
yeah, I
thought
remember
it was.
there was popularity at the time of it'll sell better if it's in French.
Well, French was kind of. I think
Oh,
we're
it's
getting to the
15th century English prose. Yep.
Well, same because I think we kind of by the time Mallory's writing in the late 1300s, we're kind of in the period where English is becoming it's becoming the language of the court as well. I think Edward III was the first one who actually really brought in, because until then French had been the language of the court. But I think I think that Edward III, if I remember correctly, was the first king who spoke English as well, and actually that's when English really started becoming the
Latin on Sundays.
Yeah, Latin was still church language, of course.
And then this guy's a real prat. And then we have the director of photography. I'm not doing all these, but
the director of photography. Remember, that was the second director of photography after the first battle scene at night came out. Underexposed. Problem with the light sensor. Film it again the next night. Again, underexposed. The guy had a nervous breakdown. It had to be replaced with Alex Thompson,
who has a BSc.
BSc is usually Bachelor of Science. No,
I don't know
British
if it's
Screen something or other.
Yeah, because if BSc was Bachelor of Science, the C would be lowercase c.
No, I was just kidding. It's not Bachelor of Science in Cameras. It's British Screen Club. Or
something like that, possibly, yeah. Because
we guess at things on earworms, folks.
Yeah, because BSc with a lowercase c would be a Bachelor of Science, with a science degree.
Merit? Merit. And I did. Yeah, Trevor Jones. That's the last
original music composed and conducted by.
Yeah. Well, he's not Richard Wagner. Costume designer Bob. Bob Ringwood. All right, I'm not doing everything here, folks. No. It's just I did want some of the cast here, and plus the font was cool. Nigel Terry
as King Arthur,
and Patrick Stewart as
Helen Mirren as Morgana, Nicholas Clay as Lancelot. Now, go back one. There's a group of guys who do a lot of hilarious videos on YouTube called Viva La Dirt League. There's one of the cast. His name is Ben, or at least he goes by Ben. I don't know if it's really his name or not, but he resembles Nicholas Clay so greatly. If somebody were to tell me that his last name is Clay and he was Nicholas's son, I would not be surprised. I mean, just it's uncanny how similar. I mean, not identical, but the kind of similarity where you'd be like, "Oh, father son, gotcha."
Cherie Lunghi is going to be here, and Paul Geoffrey working hard in this one as Percival.
Yeah, he really did a lot on that. Nicol Williamson was, of course, the most well-known actor for America. I don't know what he's been in, but that's what
I'm in
trivia
your
says.
dreams.
And it's hilarious. The producer, the executives told Boorman, anyone but Nicol. So he tried to find somebody else, and he came back to them. He was like, "I'm sorry, there is no one better than him." And they finally were like,
there it is.
Fine.
Liam Neeson. Yeah, I was totally off when I saw that. Oh, maybe Liam went by his maiden name before he got famous.
And of course, this was also Gabriel Byrne's first film.
Patrick Stewart wedged in there.
A lot of well-known names in this, aren't there?
And there's Kieran Hines.
Leon de Grant. I just called him Leo. It'd be easier. And there's the other Liam. Liam O'Callaghan. Yeah.
O'Callaghan.
Nice and Irish. He and Liam Neeson got along. Sodoc. Not to be confused with Sarek. Or Sodoc. Isn't that the bad guy that one of those
And in case anyone was wondering how they made Helen Mirren look so very old when Mordred killed her, yeah, you see, aged Morgana was played by Kay McLaren.
Who is named after a very fine car company, I guess.
Yep. But there wasn't even a credit for who did the voice of, what is the secret of the Grail? I imagine it was probably Nigel Terry, but I haven't found anything to tell me.
I'm intrigued, Alan. So that no, the Grail doesn't serve King Arthur. The Grail is supposed to serve God.
Post?
I mean, when he said, "Who does it serve?" You, I thought until he said it, "You are King." I thought he said he was God, because if Arthur should knowing that, if this is Arthur speaking, then why doesn't Arthur know it?
Well, it was at the Last Supper, so it was used to serve Jesus.
Nicol Williamson was the voice asking Percival about the Grail.
Oh, wow!
Makes sense.
No, he has a great voice. It just, it did sound more like Nigel Terry or somebody. Well, I guess because Nicole had adapted his voice for Merlin, he had that mysterious sound to him. Mischievous also.
Again, Dad, to be quite honest, I could equally well hear that Ewell Woodward doing it. I could equally hear Edward Woodward doing that as Galen the Technomage. There's again.
That's
there's
Peter.
Yeah,
no,
Peter,
so
not Ewell.
no, but Galen. I mean, he's dad. No, Galen.
You meant the Equalizer.
Yeah, because who played who played the mage in one episode, not Galen. Sorry, I can't.
The only Equalizer I accept, actually. I'm sorry.
Yep.
McCallum is an older white gentleman, British.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why use the name and cast someone that's not even supposed to be the same person.
And yet they gave him the same name, and then they gave her the same name.
Oh yeah, her.
Oh yeah, the Equalizer television show is now a black woman.
Oh, I know it is, but I didn't think they even went that far and just saying, okay, we're going to give her the name too. I mean,
her last name is McCallum.
Well, that can be somewhat believable, but it's like, why even use it?
I know, that's my point.
I mean, it's not
don't call it Excalibur.
It's not like she can't have that last name, but it's like, don't use the same person. At least call her Miles Morales.
It's like, don't call it Equalizer, and don't call her McCallum. What, you just got the Miles Morales joke?
Or what would you say,
like
Marjorie?
No, I got that when it came out. I like that. Yeah.
Well, that's what they did there. They at least said, okay, it's going to be a different person. It's like, all right. It's still not great. I mean, give people new characters.
And hey, looks like we may be getting Colin out of here before 3 a.m. His time. What did I say?
Alwyn is the character that Edward Woodward played.
Oh, I thought you were correcting me.
It was Alwyn.
No, he's a little behind you.
No.
He's a little behind you. I can hear that he's hearing things at a delay.
I had said Colin, and you said Edward. I was like, did I actually say Archer or something? What did I do?
No, I said I was looking
My
up
name
the character
is
Edward
Elwyn.
Woodward played with Alwyn.
Gavin Unit 1 had a very good insight. He said, with 9 women on that boat, Arthur will come again and again and again. And
how many were in Anthrax? It was like, I don't know.
4 and 20?
Score.
4 and 20, I thought you said.
Yeah, 4 and 20.
And of course,
all between the ages of 16 and 23.
And of course, this day and age, they would all be black females, so you could have 4 and 20 blackbirds.
And were body positive and...
Ooh.
Sorry, that probably only works with the British. There's a nursery one, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie.
I didn't.
Oh, no, I get that one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't know that I come across something like that.
Yeah.
the English bit being, of course, that bird is a slang term for a film. There was a I don't know if you're familiar with the two Ronnies, Ronnie Corbett and Ronnie Barker.
Ronnie Boxall.
They passed by, but they were a comedy pair. They did songs and one of them they did was they did there was a very famous Greek singer called Nana Muscuri in the 60s and 70s. And they did a slightly they had a character called Nana Musaka. But what they did is, because she was originally saying Greek, what she did is she was Ronnie Barker in particular is really, really good for doing playing with words. And if you see any of his sketches on YouTube, but this particular one they did is they said these songs, but they were translated into English, back into English from the Greek. So one of them, for example, she did. I can probably say it's on YouTube. Did the song "Bye Bye Blackbird" translated back in as "Goodbye Negro Lady"?
Ooh.
Huh? No, because I said black bird.
Oh.
They translated, so "Bye Bye Blackbird" would be translated into Greek, and then it'd be translated back, but instead of blackbird, they translated as a more not slang, shall we say?
Yeah. That's what happens when you go around calling women birds.
Yeah.
By the way, no, you were much closer to correct, Lawrence. It is 8 score. 8 score women at Anthrax.
Wow.
I was just going Lincoln, like 4 score
and I was slightly off on the age. They are all between 8 score blondes and brunettes, all between the ages of 16 and 19 and a half.
Why did they leave out redheads?
Don't know.
That's a shame.
Probably would have been too much temptation.
Well, I think next week, that's what we finally concluded with the last poll last week, is that we're doing some Monty Python sketches.
Okay, well, somebody needs to come up with who's doing what lines. Otherwise, we'll be just stepping on each other left and right.
Oh yeah. Well, what I'm gonna do, I think maybe we can do like 3 sketches from the Holy Grail, like 3 strong ones, and I think I'll couple it with some medieval castle DIY. I don't know, little clips of
okay.
Like if you wanted to render your walls or stuff like that.
thought we were going to do Holy Grail, but I think
no, we're going to do the most. I mean, we just need to see. Last time when we did the Holy Grail, we also had a tournament of medieval instruments. I think this time we'll do the Holy Grail with some DIY advice for.
Oh, hey, you know what, sir? It is your show. I'm just a guest.
It'll just be like a little palate cleanser here and there.
Cool.
But no, I guess we should go headstrong into the Holy Grail. I think we might be able to do it in 2 weeks, because I don't think we're going to tear it apart so much as like.
I'm now going to have to go and rewatch Camelot at some point as well, I think.
Oh, Camelot. Yeah, I've never seen it. I was never into musicals that much.
It's the film version has Richard Harris, I think, if I remember right, as Arthur. And Vanessa Redgrave is Guinevere.
Was it set at least in medieval periods, or is it like some 50s?
Yeah, it's not
urban scene.
It's a play, which was a 1960 movie of the play. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of shiny to the rest again.
West Side Camelot story.
But you've got Lancelot is Franco Nero, Mordred is David Hemmings. A lot of other quite well-known British names in there. Yeah, Richard Arthur is Richard Arthur. Richard Harris is Arthur. Vanessa Redgrave is Guinevere. Arnold Jeffers is Pellinor. Yeah.
And who is Colin Redgrave? Is he her father?
I think he's her brother because the Redgraves are a clan. Oh, let me just click on
They're
the
a clan.
hyperlinks.
Remember,
Yeah.
Colin Redgrave
There's-
played
there's-
Uther in this movie.
Oh yeah, but they're a clan. Well, while you're looking that up,
Okay, so
I'll just say this is last call because we're going to be wrapping things up. Any points wanting to be raised? Oh, thanks for sticking with us, Gavin Unit. It looks like a night where a lot of folks got tired.
actually, I didn't know that. He's married to Franco Nero. Vanessa Redgrave.
Oh,
Has been married to Vanessa to Franco Nero since 2006.
Huh.
And Franco Nero played Arthur played Lancelot.
So it finally
Natasha,
worked out.
Natasha and Jolie Richardson are her kids. Michael Redgrave was her father.
But when was
Gemma Redgrave is her,
But
Gemma
when was
Redgrave
that
was her
shot? That was probably well before the 2000s, right?
Camelot was 1967.
Yeah. And it took them that long.
But you've got there's some Neesons in there, but not a Liam, fortunately. But you've got Corinne and Lynn Redgrave are her siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Gemma Redgrave is her niece. Gemma Redgrave and other names I don't necessarily recognise, but yes.
Well, I think we've provided enough information on that. We got on the left we have the Castle Redgrave.
Actually no. The reason she's got nephews called Neeson, of course, is that Natasha Richardson was married to Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, it was Natasha was married to Liam Neeson until she died in 2009. Is it? Yeah. Gemma Redgrave is Kate in Doctor Who. So her daughter is Kate in Doctor Who. No, sorry, her niece is Kate in Doctor Who. So yeah, it is quite a clan, quite a family, the Redgraves. Got two or three generations of them.
Alrighty, well, so yeah, that's the near futures Monty Python. Yeah, we'll definitely coordinate. I think I'll cut it in half. It'll be 2 weeks, and then I think before we do Robin, we should make sure that Scott Hubbard doesn't feel left out. We do a little bit of Dragonheart.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be next after Grail.
Yeah, and then we'll do Robin because I know our British contingent is looking forward to talking about Robin. It's been a number of years, and I don't think a lot of people on YouTube have talked about it.
Well done, Gavin. Well done.
No.
Yeah.
He survived the stream. He made it.
Yes, Robert of Huntington. I don't know. I preferred Robin of Locksley.
He made it through the stream. He kept himself together. He made it through the stream.
All right. Before we get too far along in that, I think we're going to call it a night, folks. Thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Dutchie.
It's quite all right.
You're
Thank you all very much. I will see you anon.
All right.
See you
Farewell,
on-
all.
See some of you good folks
Oh,
on,
yes,
on
Sunday.
Sunday. The rest of you
Sunday,
on,
yeah. We're going to race
Wednesday?
through that ISN thing, and then we're doing most of the episode will be Zahadum. What is it? Give my regards to Zahadum.
In the shadow of Zahadum.
Yes, there we go. All right, good night, folks. or good morning.
Good night.
Take care.
Mwah. Good night, everyone.
I missed. Click that.